Okay, let's try this again. Hopefully my voice is coming through better and the music is more of a reasonable volume. Took a little troubleshooting and I finally figured it out. I'll tell you all about it in just a little bit. Yeah, let's do a little stream. Is it much better? Good. Yeah, there's like a little like embarrassment because it's like, why isn't it working? And everybody's looking at you, that kind of thing. But yeah, who cares? We figured it out. There was a change made to the streaming software I use, and I utilized that change, not realizing now with kind of a rookie mistake kind of mentality that, yeah, that's going to make the music way louder and uncontrollable. So anyway, yeah, what you'll notice, like when I stream, there's the game, and then there's like a blurry background. So there's actually, you know, two different layers there. And previously what I used to do is I would, you know, capture the game window. Welcome everybody on the vertical stream. I'm just explaining why I false started here. But yeah, I used to do two different layers, and every time I started the streaming software, I had to point it and go, that's the game right there, man. And they came out with a new thing where you don't have to do that, which is really nice. But it's not differentiating between the game volume and the music volume. So yeah, it was all just loud. Okay, we're gonna heal up our picks real quick. I think it's getting dark. Yeah, let's sleep and then heal our picks. And then I'll tell you what we're gonna do today. I am looking at all the chat here. Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear an Italian song? The name is, I don't know that one. So the music I'm playing on my channel is all music I wrote. That way I don't get any copyright strikes or anything, but I will check it out. Okay, so yeah, I brewed up some potions. We're gonna use our little XP farm here. Where did I just left them in here, derp. There we go. If you don't follow along on my my episodes, the way this thing works is there's some armadillos in there, and you can see they're all rolled up, and that's because right under here there is a zombie buried, and the zombie freaks them out, and so they stay rolled up. When they're rolled up, they take damage, but they don't die. So what'll happen here is if I push this, catches them on fire, so you can see they are taking damage, but because they're rolled up, they won't ever die. And then if you do a potion of the oozing, or not the oozing, the infested, whenever they take damage, it makes silverfish. So what you can do is grab your pick, and then when you do this, you get a ton of XP. Pretty cool. So yeah, we'll heal up the pick, and then we're going to get a bunch of stone from the mine, because I want to go into the nether and make some of our nether tunnels look better. Right now, most of them are just holes in the netherrack, you know, just buried or burrowed through the netherrack, and I would love to do something a little more on theme with what we've been doing in there, with the like stone and the kind of ruinous sort of look. I think it'll be cool. Let's see here. So one side effect of this thing is I can't hear anything, which is a bummer. It's not the end of the world. I don't need to hear the music. I've heard it before. So I'll have to do a little more playing with that. The video part is really nice. I just fire up the game and it just goes. It just picks the game and goes, there it is, and replicates all of the blurry layers, and it's really nice. But yeah, I'm gonna figure out the sound part. Oh, we should probably put this in our offhand so we actually get some of the XP out of it. I've been hard at work on Tuesday's episode. I did a bonus episode last week because we are kind of racing to 100 episodes so that we can kind of finish everything up in this world. So on Friday I did an episode where we got some happy gas in our world, and we did a what do you call it, harness for one of them. And then the next episode that comes out on Tuesday, we will utilize the happy gas to do a little bit of an aerial tour of our villages, which will be fun. And we'll move on, I think, to the next village. Is that all of them? Yeah. Okay, so we'll turn off the campfire. There we go. Okay. Daytime it is. So we're going to go get some, what do you call it? We're going to get some stone, maybe some cobble. I think also, don't have anything in there. Kind of want to find, maybe we'll just take this, or we could just make, we can grab some iron and just make a stone cutter. Okay. Real quick pit stop here, just grab a piece of iron so we can make that stone cutter. Oh, come on. Oh my gosh. There we go. And then, yeah, let's run down to the mine and get a bunch of stone. Hello, Chicken. All right, I have no idea how much I need, so we're just gonna get a bunch. Put that in there. Do a couple passes here and load up. So if you've been watching the channel for a long time, you remember the nether tunnels in the previous series. They were pretty epic. Really, really long, all kind of different themed and all that. Tunnels in this world are much more modest and by design a little bit more dangerous. Lots more exposure to, the rest of the nether, so you're not quite safe when you're in the nether ever, which I kind of like. Makes the nether feel, keeps that danger element, which I really like. And this time, instead of making all the tunnels different themed, they're all going to be kind of the same theme, and there'll just be that ruinous kind of stone look like we've been doing. Okay, 1, 2.5. I finally installed some of the mods on the 1.21.10, and a couple of them are a little buggy. Sometimes things will look great, and then I'll get a weird little frame rate drop. So when I was not using the mod, I didn't get that. I think the mod has a little weird thing going on. So hopefully we get some updates on those. I haven't done any playing around with the snapshot yet. Curious about the spear. Is it going to be, interesting? I typically am a sword and bow type person. I've tried out the crossbow, and it's just a little slow. Same thing with the mace. It does crazy damage. Hello, slime. But it's it's just so slow that in close combat or in tight spaces, it just doesn't make any sense. Pretty good with the bow. And then the sword is just super simple, especially once you get sweeping edge and stuff. You don't have to be great with it in order to be effective. So the spear, because it does have the kind of multimodal thing where you can jab with it, or it'll hit harder if you're moving faster, that's pretty intriguing. Max Jonah Fielder, welcome to the stream. Thanks for popping in. Had a little bit of a late start today just because I had some technical issues to begin with, and they are still not fixed. I currently can't hear anything except my own voice, which is a little maddening. But I'll figure that out off stream. It's really interesting when you record an episode and when you stream. I use the same software, but the software is doing really different things. So when I'm streaming, it is taking a whole bunch of things, the game and the camera, the microphone, the music, all of that, and kind of combining it into a digestible and nice looking result, which I broadcast. I'm not actually recording it, just kind of sending it off into space. Where with episode recording, I record my voice and the game, which is simpler, way simpler. This guy after me? No, he is not. And, you know, I hit record and then I go through the footage and I edit it later. The music I add, you know, in post and all that. Oh, that guy's a lot faster than I thought he was going to be. Do. You in there. How am I doing? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.5. Just a little bit more, and then we'll be done mining. Like I was saying earlier, the nether tunnels in this world are not very big, but still, it'll probably use way more stone than I think it will. I'm thinking a lot of it's going to be stone brick. Some of it might be cobble. Probably do a mix of stairs and walls to kind of create a ruined sort of look. I think it'll be kind of cool looking when it's done. And there are some parts that are, you know, exposed to the nether. They're just roads. And then there's other parts where it tunnels through the netherrack. And so those transitions, we could make that look kind of neat as well. Kind of ruined and broken, like they were built a long time ago. Yeah, let's finish out this stack here. Just put it here so I can see what I'm doing. Don't need the copper ore. So I've been talking a lot about the next series, and I have a name for it. I don't think I'm going to reveal it quite yet, but it's a good name. And the more I'm thinking about it, the more I realize it's just going to be great. I'm very excited. One thing that's going to be great is my plan to build small footprint, but build up and down. So that way we don't have to go very far to get to things. You know, we can go out and get materials or resources and bring them back to where we're doing all the building. But I think it'll create this really bizarre and kind of convoluted build, you know, where everything's kind of on top of itself and it'll kind of be real organic how it grows. I want to do all the farms, and I want to do a lot of automation so that things just sort of sort themselves or craft themselves. I think it'll be really cool, and it'll be fun to do a lot of redstone and stuff like that again. The other thing I was thinking about that I realized would be a big benefit is when we've done the series, there's updates. Hello. That almost freaked me out. Thank you. Yeah, when there's updates, the world changes. And obviously you can craft things, but you can't, like the biomes, or one thing as an example is the leaf litter. In this world, we exposed a bunch of it before that update, and so that leaf litter wasn't there even after the update. Stuff like that is a bummer, where it's like your world doesn't get the new updates. When the Pale Garden got revealed, already generated the world, so the Pale Gardens are really, really far away. If we build really small, then we can potentially just prune chunks whenever there's an update, keep our little small footprint build, and that way the world could organically change with the updates, and we can get all those benefits. I think it's going to be great. I'm really looking forward to it and thinking a lot about it. So anyway, that's that. Let's see, I'm going to try and walk and grab coffee. I did it. Huge success. Okay, we're going to go into the nether. We're going to build some tunnels. If you didn't see the last stream or last episode, whoops. This horse is our new horse, and it's crazy fast, so I'm really happy with it. That's one thing about the happy guests I'm a little bit bummed about. They're so slow. They're so slow. I looked it up on the Minecraft wiki. They actually go about half as fast as I can walk. So they're cool for getting up in the air or aerial views. But man, going anywhere on a happy guest, so slow. Speaking of, there's our guy up there. Tie up our horse. You. And yeah, let's do this. Hello, llama. Hello, other llama. Oh, these are from a wandering trader. That's hilarious. Okay, so here's what we got going on. We got these little hubs, got a little bit of a tunnel, and then the tunnel opens up. So, this is cool. Hello, skeleton. I like this. But this I don't like. That's what I want to change up. This is great. This is fine. This is good. But again, once we get a little gassed, once we get here, don't love this. So that's what we're going to change up. Just missed him. Can't even believe it. So much farther away than I thought. Can't hit him. Okay, let's start down here. Yeah, this is spookier than I thought it would be. I can't hear anything like I was saying earlier, so I see in the corner of the screen where it says gassed cries, but I don't hear the screech, so I don't know if they're actually trying trying to kill me or not? Fun. We have fun here. Okay. So that's the Bastion Remnant. This is all fine. So I guess we'll start here. And let's make some stone bricks. Oh yeah, I wanted to craft whatchamacallit? Stone grinder. Stone cutter. Stone grinder. Too many blocks. Let's do that real quick and then we'll get to work. Table. Is it this? Yep. Cool. Okay, we're in good now. Oh, there's a ghast right up there. There it is. Cha. Wonder if we can get up there. See if there's a ghast tier. Wow, there's a lot of skeletons. There's a ghast tier. I'm gonna grab it and run away. Hit this guy in the face. Oh, come on, come on, come on. So we can just leave that out because we're gonna fill it up with stone anyway. Put the bone in the bag. There we go. Okay, let's get to work. So, probably tear all the walls out first. Let's do that real quick. And try not to fall off the edge. Okay. So let's do kind of want there to be a little bit of a pattern to it. So let's see if I can figure something out here. Let's do get rid of that one, do that. Okay, we'll say there's stone on the bottom. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 3. Okay, what if we do something this? How many are in the middle? Oh god. Come on. I don't know where that fireball went. Can't believe we missed him. I have no idea where that fireball went. Tons of excitement in the nether. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's just repeat that here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. That. There we go. Okay. Make a few slabs. One thing we don't have is any cracked bricks. Those would actually look pretty good. Oop, am I gold? I am gold. Okay. Okay, more stone. 2. Okay, and then we'll replicate this, of course, on this side. What I want to do is I want to come up with like a pattern and then kind of mess it up so that it feels broken and lived in. Let's grab some stairs. Little big one. Okay. Cool. And if we do the same thing on the top here. Sir, excuse me, sir. Yeah, that looks great. Let's do a thing while I'm thinking about it. Let's get some bricks cooking. Let's run back to where there's a smelter. And that way we'll have some things to play with. Of course, it's nighttime. Run, run, run. Oh, does that zombie have bronze or copper armor on? He does. I want to get shot up. I'm going to keep running. Okay, sleep. I don't have a smelter over here. How is that even possible? We can make one, I suppose. I do have coal. Yeah, let's just take it with us and we'll do it in the nether. Yeah, this guy's totally wearing copper. Pretty neat. One thing that's kind of funny, since I just started playing with the happy guests, and I complain about it in the next episode, is if you don't have a snowball, they are a pain to get back on if you just let them go. You know, you could obviously tether them and then that would be much simpler, but I didn't think to do that, and so you gotta like wait for them to kind of come back down and then hop on, and it's pretty ridiculous. Okay. Let's, where did I put that? There, drop that on the ground, grab that, drop that on the ground, put this down. A few of those in there. Coal. Yeah, good enough. Oops, forgot one. Okay. Back to where we were. So, yeah, we'll basically have these little pillars here. I think I'll go through some of them and use the cracked stone, or we can do cobble, or, you know, regular smooth stone, just to vary it a little bit. This will be like what it originally looked like, you know, if you can imagine that. Oops, I messed up. How did I mess up? 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I'm so confused. Hello, Piglin. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. I don't know how I did this. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Okay, we're back on track. That was weird. Okay. Then, let's do this. Okay. And then let's grab some slabs. Yeah. And let's do something like Yeah. This nice strong border along the bottom. These are all slabs, so that's why this is a different height than up here. Potentially we could knock the ceiling out and do slabs up here too, and that would make it look a little more even. See how it goes. This will keep it spawn proof so we don't get these guys spawning all over the place here. Okay. So this back here, we can do a mix of stone and cobble and stuff. I think it'll look great. And then right in the middle, we might do like the chiseled stone. Yeah. So let's do... some in here, that, and then cobble, we can do the same thing, and then regular smooth stone, except for this one, that's where we wanted the chiseled one. Let's do one of those. I feel like I have a ton of these in the overworld from trading. Right? It's kind of a mishy-mashy kind of thing. I think it looks pretty good. And then once we have some of the... Oh, I'm making smooth stone, not cracked stone. Dirt. That's what I want to do. That will vary it up a little bit. Let's continue this here. We'll just knock a bunch of these out. So this one will be right in the middle. Yep, like that. Should run a chest. There is one over there in the, what do you call it? Hub here. Do my ender chest as well. Yeah, let's leave that one there. Let's use our ender chest. What the heck? Oh, I opened a chest. That's what my problem is. Piglins. Okay. Put this in there. This in there. This in there. How are we doing? There we go. Cracked stone bricks. That's what I wanted. Then we can do like a place one here and there to get that messed up look. we go. That'll add some variation. So this is kind of the, what do we call it? We'll call it as good as it gets section. Like, it definitely looks worn and weathered, but it's not totally falling apart. I think I want to do one where it's like real messed up. Probably around here somewhere. Maybe two of these sections we can mess up, one more severely than the other, and that will make it look much more ruinous. Let's figure out what the ceiling is going to look like first, though, because that might impact things. There literally like no, there's only one block here. Great. We have skeletons raining down on us. And this is going to piss all the piglins off again. Okay. If we do this. Sneaking up on me. No, let's not do that. Let's raise it up one more. It'll be more work, but it'll look better. We do this, this. We'll have to replace this as well. Like I said, it'll look way better. And then we need some regular slabs for the middle. Here, you could either do slabs like so, or occasionally a regular slab too, just to break it up. That way we have what looks like a full block down here and what looks like a full block up there. That looks pretty great. So that's what we'll do. See if we can do it without getting attacked by skeletons and ghasts here. Go. You know, I suppose we could vary this. No, let's not vary this. Let's leave that in good shape. Okay. We'll vary this a little bit. Yeah, it's gonna look great. Okay, we got a bunch of those. Let's make more of these. Cool. Okay. And then the middle, the regular slabs. Like so. Awesome. Okay, we're getting there. Finish the ceiling. You know, it's repetitive, but it's kind of relaxing. I don't mind the big builds, and the results are just really cool looking. Oh, thank you. Appreciate the compliment. Oops. Oops. Okay, we did okay. Okay. Well, let's see here. So, once again, this is what we've got as far as our looking pretty good section. So what we could do, like knock out a stair or two. Some of this, and then do like a slab instead of a stair, and that opens up this, kind of breaks that symmetry a little bit. Do the same thing up here. Bit of a stair, then a slab. This. Oh, I just put that there. Never mind. I know what's going on. Okay, so that's good. And then let's really mess this one up. So we'll take out like a fair amount of it here. You know, like that kind of thing. And once again, we'll put some stone in here. Wreck this one just a little bit. And let's wreck this one just a little bit. Okay. And then all we got to do is just fill in this back portion here, and we should have something. Let's do some cobble. Okay, and then let's see if we have any cracked stone bricks. Yep, got a bunch of them. Then what, just regular stone, I guess? Okay, and then let's do some regular stone stairs, just a few. And those spaces I skipped, we can do like just a texture element. Here, with that. Oops. Right? That looks real kind of tore up. Kind of breaks up that, again, that symmetry. Even with the messed up parts here, it's still implied. You know, we can kind of see that there was something here. But it's pretty tore up now. Cool. Now I just got to do all that again on this side. And then that'll be one hallway done. I don't think we're going to do exactly the same thing on all the hallways. I think we might have a couple hallways that are in better shape and a different pattern, you know, something a little more simple, not quite as decorative. And then we could also do some tunnels that are just really wrecked. Like maybe they just have the supports and everything else is just cobble and broken up. We'll see. We'll see once we get there. Okay, let me put some of this stuff away here so I can get organized. Let's see here. We are going through this stone really fast. I'm curious if we'll have enough to finish this side of the hallway. Well, let's find out. Run down here and start tearing it out. I'll leave this one here for now, just so things don't drop in on us. I don't want skeletons and piglins and stuff hassling me. And then just like we did over here, we'll go through at the end and replace all of that with slabs. So now that we know what this kind of looks like, I wonder if we can just do it ruined right out of the gate rather than building it up and breaking it back down. Let's see how it goes. When I do ruined builds, I usually build them correctly first, and then I go through and break things off or carve things down, because I really want to feel like I understood what the building looked like originally. That's just me. Whatever works for you, that's awesome. It is extra work, but I think it, for me, just really pays off. Adds a lot to the lore and everything. There's no way I have enough stone. No way. Let's see. Oops. Okay, so down here we did mostly stone, but there were a few cracked ones and a few regular ones. Jeez, I did not see that guy out there. Man, my armor is real good. Gassed blast to the face. Yeah, between the next, now and the next stream, I'm definitely gonna have to figure out the sound situation, because this is absurd. I don't see a tear down there. I'm not gonna risk it. Get that out of there. That. Great. Okay. Seven, boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, boom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay. And then, what did I do? I did the stairs. And every other. This. Yeah, I have to build the thing before I can ruin it. I gotta see it in its intended state. The weird thing, I guess, I do. Something else we can do if we actually build it properly is when we go through and ruin it, we can make it kind of balanced. So like the one area where it's real tore up, we could do something here as well, so it looks like something maybe happened here. Just different stuff like that. Makes it more interesting. Implies some lore or whatever. Let's grab some of these. How many do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, I think. I can't believe that gas shot me right in the face. Okay. And what did I do? More stairs, I guess. Oops. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 more. Stairs. Do I? No, I don't. I am mistaken. Those are going to be slabs, not full blocks. Okay, I think I've got some slabs in here. Yep. Yep, that's correct. Cool. So if we can now knock this out without fear of skeletons raining down on us. Ooh. These gas, man. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I missed. No gas tiers? Nope. Bummer. Okay. Back to the job at hand here. Okay, and then we're going to use slabs here, so that'll make our blocks stretch out further. Like so. Amag, welcome to the stream. Just doing some work on my nether tunnels. They've been neglected this during this series. Once we get this installed, we can do a little bit of ruining, and then we just need to do the back wall. I think we'll be good. We might actually have enough stone to do this hallway anyway. Hello, skeleton. There. Oh boy. Okay. This will be the back wall. We'll do a mix of different types of stone like we did here. It always takes a lot longer than I think it's going to take. You'd think after playing for so many years that I would be a better planner, but invariably I never have enough materials, and it always takes a million times longer than I think it's going to take. Okay, let's ruin some of this here. I need some cracked blocks. I need some slabs. Yeah, that should be fine. Let's do kind of like we did over here. Just knock some things out. Which one's the most messed up? This is the most messed up area here. So we'll do the same level of damage over here. So, whoa. Gotta let me know when these ghasts are sneaking up on me. There was a tier, and it's right down there. Is it worth it? It's kind of worth it. Man. Nope, we're gonna let it go. Kulux, welcome to the stream. Thanks for popping in. I actually did some just slabs. I'm afraid things are going to spawn here, but you know what? Who cares? That's why the nether is the nether. Okay, mess up a couple more little areas here. We'll do something like this. Something like this. And one of these. Cool. Now, let's do some of the cracked blocks first. Add a little bit of texture. then let's do some cobble. I thought I had some cobble. There it is. Same deal. Make it look a little textury. Like so. Cool. And then do some regular stone. I didn't do any stone bricks. Let's take out a couple of these and do these. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Okay, and then how many little spots do we have left? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6-ish. Let's put some of these in here. So we need 5 more of those. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll do like that to give a little bit of depth for the wall. Well, I think we did it. There it is. That's pretty cool looking. It is not 100% spawn proof. But I think that's okay. If we do get a random piglin or a random skeleton, that'll just add to the danger, which is totally cool. The only thing I'm kind of rethinking is this ceiling. The floor is fine. It's just stone. It looks great. The walls are real tore up. The ceiling looks a little too clean. I might try one thing here. Let's just break it up a little bit. Let's do like thing like this. Or just knock out a couple of them. No particular pattern or order. I think that'll add just a little bit of texture, make it fit in with that kind of ruined, run-down look. See how that looks. Better. See how it just kind of breaks it up a little bit, adds a little bit of randomness. Let's put a few torches in here. Again, nothing, no real pattern. Or we could do a pattern. We could actually put them on these things here. Might make it a little too bright. Do every other, maybe? It's alright. Keeps it bright, hopefully limits spawning It still has a little bit of a random, unkept look to it. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I do have one of these. Let's do one more weird thing real quick. I'm gonna do this and this. Just to sell that ruinous sort of thing going on. Something similar down here. Cool. Very cool. Yeah, it makes it much more interesting, you know, to travel through. Definitely feels like, you know, this is all from the overworld, and so there's a little bit of like lore to it. Like somebody brought it here from the overworld to try to make this thing safer. Probably continue this wall along here. Whoa. And then, yeah, meet up with that. You can kind of leave the soul sand there, but have like it, you know, implied that there might have been more going on here. All kinds of things we could do. Let's put some of this stuff away here. Get cleaned up and organized. Sorry, soap touch it is. Okay. I don't do a lot of PvP, believe it or not. I'm mostly a builder. Building and redstone are kind of my specialty. PvP, I am not great at. Yeah, I think this looks real good. Very happy with it. And I think it kind of sets the tone for what the rest of this could look like. This wall we'll probably do, and then once we get closer to the hub here, we do a little bit of this to meet up with this area. And this is actually pretty clean. We could probably distress this a little bit as well. Now that we have access to more materials and all that, we can definitely make it look better. What do I want to do? I want to get somewhat organized. I guess I could just leave things here since we're going to use them. That and that and that. Yeah. Might as well leave that there. Might as well leave that there. Okay. Nice. One more quick peek here. It reminds me of the previous series. It's those really cool nether tunnels. Nice. Yeah, very happy with this. Well, let's run back to the overworld. We'll get a little bit organized. Talk a little bit about what's next. Of course, it's nighttime again. Run. Okay, let's sleep and set our spawn real quick here. Okay. So, we'll definitely need more stone for next time we do some nether builds. Also going to need a bunch of stone for the roads. Okay, a creeper there. Any other creepers sneaking up on me? No. Good. Mess here. Well, yeah, let's run all of this over to storage area, put some of this away. Look and see what kind of stone we've got over there. One thing I noticed with the copper drop is my lightning rods are all turning, getting all corroded. See them up there? It's kind of fun. Haven't seen a lightning storm, I don't think, since the update. It'll be interesting to see those get updated. DMC, thanks for popping into the stream. I remember us talking before, yes. I don't get a ton of people popping in on my streams because they tend to be pretty chill. But yes, I appreciate people coming back and saying hi and seeing the progress and all that. So the future streams, still Saturdays are the plan. I might have one Saturday coming up where I've got some holiday related things going on, some spooky plans. Gonna go get a pumpkin and do some pumpkin carving, hang out with some friends. So I might have one Saturday that's spoken for, but otherwise we'll keep doing the live streams on Saturday. And besides the nether, we need to finish that road out to the mesa, and we need to do the road that goes out towards Marsalis. So a lot of road building is in our future. Have I built anything new? I can't remember the last time you saw the work. Last things we built were we added the copper golems to the storage area, and then we built the Mesa Village. So I think that's all you missed if you haven't seen an episode or so. But yeah, behind these walls back there, you can kind of see them sometimes. There's some copper golems back there. Yeah, there they are. And then I got a copper chest, so I can just throw stuff in the chest and the copper golems put it away for me. So, you know, like with the flowers, I can run down here and just pop them in here, bloop, and they'll put the flowers away for me. One thing I did forget, and that I will need to take care of, is I need to wax those golems. I can see them starting to corrode back there. Ooh, yeah, this chest is getting really oxidized. Yeah, that poor little guy back there. Have to wax them all. You know, while I'm thinking about it, let's see, do I have any? I have some of those. Do I have any pumpkins? Pumpkins, 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 pumpkins. Pumpkins are food. Well, no pumpkins. 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 Okay, so let's just make a few for golems and let them turn into statues. I haven't done that yet, and that might be fun to have. Boop, boop, boop. I don't know how much sorting they can really do out here. They can get at these chests, but they can't reach everything. So they might not be super useful, but once they turn into statues, we can use them for some decorating. That'll be fun. Copper chests. Yes, there's a couple. Let's see, crossbows I would put up here with the rest of the bows. And then flint I'm probably keeping down here. Yep, got a ton of it. And let's put those carved pumpkins back in the nether, nether chest, ender chest. Nice. So yeah, these sorts of things I can run over here and just plop this in there and the golem will put it away. Same thing with the nether stuff. I can just plop the soul sand in there, or soul soil, they'll put it away. That's kind of cool. If I had this to do over again, I probably wouldn't make the areas quite so big so that they were a little faster. Cool man, welcome to the horizontal stream. I'm glad people are figuring out how to navigate between the two, because then you can watch it on what you want to watch it on. Okay, we have, that's what I wanted to check, stone, just a little bit. So we'll definitely need to get more for the roads and for the tunnels and all of that. What about tough? Got a bunch of raw tough, but as far as tough bricks, need to get more of those for sure. If you haven't seen streams or the episodes, let me get you a little bit caught up here. Let's grab the horse and just move them over a little bit here. Run over to the map library and I'll give you a real quick update. I recognize names, but I don't remember where you left off or when you last popped in, so here we are. So yeah, we did this desert village, and then we built the road out to the desert village, and then we built this mesa village out here, all out of blackstone, and we built a new portal, so that's all pretty new. And then last stream we started working on a road that'll go out to this mesa village. And then we're also going to start working on a road right here that'll go out to Taiga Village, which we discovered a little while ago out here. So that's what you can expect in future streams. In some of the episodes, we'll start to fill out more maps. That'll become a regular thing, so we can kind of expose more of the world. Still need to get down to this woodland mansion, and then Marsalis, this little village down here, we still need to build a road all the way down there. That will be quite the project. Let's see, I got a late start today, so I need to kind of wrap things up. I did a little bit of, if you started at the beginning of the stream, you've seen this all happen, but I did a little bit of work on the actual stream itself. Changed some of the layers, things like that. Totally messed up my music and audio volume. So I had to stop the stream, troubleshoot it, figure it out, and I think I've got an idea of how to make this better. But yeah, it's easier to start the streams. I used to have to do a little extra work, so it's real easy to start the stream, but the audio is so messed up. Right now I can't hear anything except my voice. Can't hear the music, can't hear the game sounds, so between now and the next stream, I will work on figuring that out. Last Friday, there was an episode where we made a bunch of happy ghasts. If you haven't watched that episode, check it out. And then Tuesday, we've got another episode where we do a little bit of exploration with the Happy Gas. I do a little bit of an aerial tour, let you see the villages and everything from up above. So look out for that Tuesday. It's actually pretty cool. How long did it take to build the base? Well, this whole thing here, I've been playing in this world for about a year, almost a year and a half. So all of these villages, everything that you've seen here is all taken about a year and a half. So it's been a lot of work. But anyway, thank you all for popping in. I appreciate all of you who have popped in on the vertical stream, and everybody in the horizontal stream. Thank you for popping in there as well. Really, really appreciate the support. Like I said, keep an eye out for episode on Tuesday, and I will see you all in the next one.